皆さんこんにちは and welcome to Shogo's podcast. So today everyone, I like to talk a little bit about the Japanese sword, katana actually. So I often receive a lot of messages asking me where can I find a good katana or websites, for example, where you can buy the Japanese swords that will ship them abroad to other countries and so on and so forth. And I always usually recommend Tozando. You guys, if you've been watching my main channel, you probably know about Tozando. It's the most recommended katana shop in Kyoto. I've bought how many swords in total? Like 4 Japanese katanas and also, all of my dogi for my training are all bought from Tozando, and I really, really love their products. And also, I love their shop that is in Kyoto. I visited their shop for a video 4 times in the past, and I'm hoping to buy my first real katana from them, actually. I think I will still be on going around to other shops all over in other different prefectures for adventures and such to let you guys see how other shops are like. But definitely I will, because I really want to maintain a good relationship with those on those-san, I would definitely want to buy a real katana from them too. But anyways, getting back to the main topic, so I get a lot of messages asking me about katana and where to buy them, how to buy them, and so on and so forth. And today's podcast might be a little bit short, but I wanted to tell you guys about something. And a lot of people, when I recommend Tozando to them, they tell me that, oh my gosh, these katana are really, really expensive. Yeah. The Iaito are made from zinc alloy, right? They're not sharp. Yeah. The Iaito for training Iaito, those are rather cheaper. The cheapest ones can start from around $300 and the expensive ones can go up to a few thousand. Yep. But those are usually custom ones. So you could start off with your training with just $300 Iaito. But some people want these sharp ones. Yeah. And then the sharp katana, the real katana, do at least cost a few $1,000s from start. If it's especially if it's a uchi katana, the properly long ones, you see, like samurai or characters use in anime and stuff, are usually the uchi katana length. And the short ones are like wakizashi and tanto and stuff like that, right? But the long ones, I would say, would at least cost $2,000, $3,000 if you buy them at a proper. $2,000 would be way too cheap, by the way. It'd be really hard for you to find one. I think it would at least be about $3,000. And if you've seen my video where I went to Tozando to buy the katana, I think the cheapest one was like $6,000. So that's the average price for them. So they are very, very expensive. They are definitely not cheap at all. And sometimes if you're lucky, if you go on like auctions, like maybe, what do you say, like eBay, like in the US, I don't know if everyone uses eBay now, but the first word that came out was eBay. But there's this Yahoo auction, that's really popular. And some people like find a katana inside their house that are really, really old, like carried on from their grandparents or great grandparents generations. They have it inside the house, but they don't do anything related to katana. They don't want it, so they sell it on auctions without knowing the actual value of it. And sometimes they sell it like they just want to get rid of it, so they sell it at a super, super cheap price sometimes. And then you might be lucky enough to get it. But if you get those kind of katana, even though they might be just a few $100s, for example, you do need to have proper knowledge on how to sharpen it, polish it, find the handles of the tsuba and everything, and you need knowledge to try to combine everything together, and then you'll finally get a proper katana. But considering the time and effort you need and knowledge and experience, it does still cost a lot, right? Yeah. So, and then the problem. I don't like to call this a problem personally. I really hope you can listen to my story till the end to fully understand what I'm trying to say here, but there are some websites on the internet where you can buy sharp katana that are about a few $100s. Now, I've seen a lot of YouTube videos too where there are people who are like test cutting like few $100s versus a dozen of dollars or stuff like that. Yeah. And what I want to say, and then there's a lot of websites, I've seen the websites before where you can buy the sharp katana that are like few $100s, maybe even cheaper than that. And I've seen them, yeah, and they're not Japanese. Yes, the websites are not in Japanese. They're made outside of Japan, and I've seen them before. And what I want to say here, what I want you to understand is that I do not like Japanese people who say, oh, the Japanese goods or anything, any merchandise that are made outside of Japan are all unreal, they're non-authentic, and stuff like that. Everything that's only made in Japan are authentic, That is, from my point of view, that is very, what should I say, discriminatory as well. Because if someone seriously learned how to make the Japanese katana, regardless of where they are from, they can become a katana maker, right? We would say katana kaji in Japanese. They could become one if they're serious enough. And there are a lot of people from overseas who are trying to really dedicate their life to try to make Japanese traditional items like katana, armor, so on and so forth, right? I respect them very, very much, so I really dislike Japanese people saying that if that that item is not made in Japan by a Japanese person, that's not authentic. That is a complete lie, and I really, really disagree with that opinion. But at the same time, this is the part I really want you to understand. I'm sorry I'm saying the same thing over and over, but as a katana trainee, as a person who trains in Iaido, Batoro, Tameshigiri, and so on and so forth, a katana in Japan is defined by law, what the term katana means, and there's a lot of rules. It must be made by a licensed swordsmith, it must be made by a certain kind of steel, it needs to go through a certain kind of procedures, and so on and so forth. There's a lot of rules for making the katana, and after following all the rules, finally, that sword can be called a katana. And the reason why there are so many rules for everything is, of course, for security, for safety, but also because katana is a piece of art and not just a blade. Yeah. So if you don't follow these procedures, and if you're just making a blade, that's not the actual meaning of katana today, because the purpose of the existence of katana today is art. Yep. It's not a weapon today anymore. Although originally it is a weapon, so you do need to treat it properly. Of course, it could be dangerous, but today it's not considered a weapon anymore. Yep. Even if it's for training our minds and not for actually going to attack someone, right? So from my point of view, if you want to call a blade a katana, I personally feel that we should follow the rules and laws that are defined in Japan. Yep. But of course, if you are following those rules, it's impossible to make tons of katana with just a few $100s. I have never, ever seen such a real katana in Japan with just a few $100s. With all the craftsmen actually making, with all the proper steel and everything, I think it's impossible. I've seen some before, but again, those are on auctions and stuff like that, right? So what I want to say is that I respect all of the people who are willing to learn and train in making our traditional items and merchandise and goods and stuff like that. But also at the same time, I cannot recommend those websites or companies that make the few $100 katana. So that's the thing. So a lot of people tell me, I really need cheaper options. Can I buy katana from this website? And they send me a website and they have like the tsuba with really, really long tsuba. They're like, seriously, it's like almost like another sword on the hand guards or things like that, really unique ones. And I really don't want to deny the creativity. I'm the kind of person who wants to evolve traditional culture, right? So I really, really appreciate people who love the culture and who wants to evolve it, change it into something new. That's great. The change is nice, but at the same time, should we call a few $100 blade a katana? That's a really difficult part. So I would say, like, if someone buys a blade from those shops and they send a picture to me, I bought this katana from this website, I would say that's great. That's good for you, right? But as a katana trainee in Japan, as a Japanese man who loves katana, can I recommend those websites? Can I actually send that website to someone and say, please find a katana here if you want a cheaper one? I cannot say that. I cannot recommend, I cannot guarantee the quality. Yep. Because again, I'm the kind of person who believes that we should follow the rules in Japan if we want to call it a katana. So I really, really hope you understand what I mean. I don't want to be a mean person. I don't want to be the typical, what should I say, very closed-minded kind of Japanese person, but still at the same time, I just cannot recommend it. I don't want anyone to think that, oh, I bought it from this website that Shogo recommended, but the quality wasn't what I was looking for, kind of thing. I can't take responsibility for that, right? So it's just that I receive such DMs so often that I wanted an occasion to actually properly talk about it like this. So thank you very much for listening, and please let me know your opinions in the comments. So then everyone, as I always say, my ultimate goal in my life is to make all Japan lovers' dreams come true. So I know that there are a lot of people studying Japanese or willing to come to Japan to study, work, and travel, or also even train in traditional culture and such. But I am afraid that Japan will not be able to make everyone's dreams come true in the future because we are facing a lot of social problems. We are losing our traditional culture, including katana making and so on and so forth we talked about today. And also the younger generations are dying out because of all the social issues being shoved against them, even though they are the ones who are responsible to carry on the good things about Japan. So I want to dedicate my life to try to make Japan a better place. I want to try to solve the social problems. I want to help preserve and also evolve traditional culture and help out the younger generation so they can have a brighter future. And to do that, my first step is to achieve 1 million subscribers by January 2023 on my main channel. So all your likes and comments will help to boost my videos and new viewers. So it'd be great if you can help me out. Thank you so much, guys. And by the way, at the point I'm recording this podcast, we have 20,000 more subscribers to go. I cannot believe it. I am very, very, very excited to be able to share this moment of the moment of my life together with you. And we'll definitely, unless something is going on, we'll definitely try to do a countdown live stream for everyone. So I hope you can join us then. Yeah. And thank you so much for listening, everyone. I'll be waiting for our comments. Thank you so much.